How are we doing today, guys? My NVIDIA? Stop! We don't go over stocks here anymore! We're losing it all, boys. Would you ever go and kill Tony? I don't know if that's like you have to be more comedian coded or if it's just like a particular style of humor, but the kill Tony stuff is not very funny to me. Oof. I'm negative on my NVIDIA holdings. Nice. Wait, is it only on Spotify? There's no way, right?
Hey guy, a couple weeks ago I was at an Airbnb trying to figure out what the $200 cleaning fee is supposed to cover.
True.
It's gonna make me do a bunch of chores anyway.
True.
We realized that episode 4 of Severance had just come out. And what great timing. This place had one of those beautiful 85-inch frame TVs that make it look like an art piece on the wall. They had surround sound. They had a telescope pointed at the TV. I couldn't imagine a more perfect place to watch what would turn out to be a slightly confusing episode of television. So we turn it on and instantly we're like, why does this look like shit? I know that this TV costs thousands of dollars, and yet the moment...
Oh, wait.
Why does this look like shit? I know that this TV...
I have this. Why does it look like shit? I don't think this is supposed to be used for, like, a TV. Like, I think it excels in still images or whatever. I don't know why, what the technology or whatever rationale behind it is, but I don't think, Wait, what? Sorry. Oh, I don't think it's supposed to be used to watch like moving images, movies. Is it in your studio? Yeah, I have 2 of these. They're not 4.3K though, but I don't think I have the 85-inch ones. Wait, he was paid $1 billion to be basically exclusive to Spotify? Gavin Newsom? You're just exaggerating, right? That's an exaggeration. Never mind. Okay.
costs thousands of dollars, and yet the moment anything moves on screen, it turns into this jumbled, blurry mess. But of course, because this kind of thing has been happening for years, we knew it was because of True Motion, or Motion Plus, or whatever this TV calls that feature, where it smooths out every frame and makes everything you watch look like it was shot on an iPhone. The best thing about this feature is that it's always on by default, and nobody I've ever met likes it. It's also named something different by every manufacturer, which makes searching the menus for it a little adventure every time. Now, I know I'm not even close to being the first person to complain about this feature. It seems like everybody hates it.
Oh, I'm talking about Rogan. Oh, even Rogan was paid $1 billion, I don't think, no, but
that's also why it's so confusing to me. If so many people hate this, why after over a decade are TV manufacturers still forcing this down everyone's throats? How do they benefit from making their product look worse? I remember ecstatically buying this Samsung in 2019 and almost returning it because the default settings made it look so bad I thought it was defective. I just kind of sat there in denial about it for almost a week before being like, this can't be right. There has to be a setting I can change. Tragically though, a lot of people don't know about this setting. They don't realize their TV is actively sabotaging their viewing experience, and if this doesn't describe you, it probably describes someone you know, and by that I of course mean your parents. So sit down.
yes, it was. Joe Rogan signed a $1 billion Spotify deal? $1 billion? Are you sure you don't, maybe 100 million? Signed a multi-year deal worth up to 250 million. Okay. That's still a fuck ton of money.
Down with them, explain what's going on, tell them why you get a headache whenever you watch TV with them, and reiterate that it's not their fault. Show them this video by a guy named Noodle.
Let's say it's on twos. The AI doesn't smooth anything between the first and second frames of a single drawing because there's nothing to smooth. They're the same picture. This means that what was originally a perfectly fine 12 FPS animation is now a janky mess.
Or if they'd prefer to hear it from someone they know, have Tom Cruise explain it.
Video interpolation or motion smoothing is a digital effect on most high-definition television.
I'm Tom Cruise.
Just make sure.
Wait.
Video interpolation.
You guys are haters in chat, by the way.
Or motion smoothing is a digital effect on most high-definition television.
I'm Tom Cruise.
Just make sure they never find out about the whole Scientology thing. You cannot ruin Top Gun for your dad. That movie's very important to him. Now, I will admit, I was a little surprised reading some of the comments on this video, seeing so many people disagree. I didn't know people liked it when the $100 million movie they're watching looks like a soap opera. Now, I understand.
Oh man, the triggers. Am I alone in thinking that the woman subplot was a waste of time in Top Gun 2 and Top Gun 1? Like, I don't know why there was a romance subplot in either of those movies. They seemed completely and totally irrelevant to almost everything. Am I crazy? Like, in both movies, like, what the fuck is the point of this?
And of course, from a gaming perspective, people preferring higher frame rates, but I don't think that logic applies to movies. Games are interactive, so generally the smoother something is, the more responsive it feels. But you're not interacting with the movie, you're just watching. It doesn't need to be perfectly smooth. In fact, I think part of what makes a movie look like a movie is the sort of ethereal nature it has. It doesn't look exactly like the way the world around you does through your own eyes, and I don't think it should. I saw someone say they like it because it shows the flaws in movies you couldn't see at 24 FPS. And it's like, no, the interpolation is creating those flaws. It's not reverting a film back to its original settings. It's not a director's cut your TV's giving you private access to. It's just generating new frames based on what it thinks should go in between the existing.
Wait, I thought this was going to be complaining about like a whole bunch of different technology. Is this all just about the frame interpolation shit? Or because I already agree that's fucking stupid, but
of crisis, a Google search with the word Reddit thrown onto the end. And believe it or not, even on Reddit, home of some of the most dedicated people on the planet, every single answer I see is, nah man, Power DVD 23 Essential is your only option. There is one way to watch Blu-rays on your computer, and it
is on other stuff later. Okay.
Setting, generating new frames based on what it thinks should go in between the existing ones. That's where the errors come from. You're not watching a more authentic version of a movie because Sony Motion Flow added a bunch of blurry auras around every fast-moving object. The most authentic version of a movie is watching it the way it was filmed. You shouldn't have to change anything. And I think more than anything else, that's what really aggravates me about this feature, is the hubris of it. There are so many deliberate choices that go into making a movie look a certain way. There's so many people involved in those decisions that know way more about cinematography than I do, so I trust their vision. Why can't TV manufacturers do the same? Why do they look at a beautifully shot television show like it has a problem that they need to fix? Anyway, this experience got me thinking about new technology in a more general sense and how my excitement towards it has waned over time.
Wait, is he not going to answer the question? Because that actually does kind of bother me. Oh, no, I guess he kind of did answer it. People do like frame interpolation, huh? That artificially boosted up to 60 FPS garbage. People actually enjoy that. I guess, is that the answer? Or...
Sometimes it seems like we kind of already figured everything out. You can communicate with anyone in the world instantaneously. You have immediate access to every piece of music ever made. You can pay some guy to deliver a cold burrito straight to your door and it only costs $70. This is the peak of humanity, baby. There's nowhere else to go from here, except backwards. So many things now seem to just invent a new problem so they can sell you the solution. Or if we do create something novel and revolutionary, it's only going to stay that way long enough for us to kill all our competition, allowing us to ruin our thing and make it infinitely more expensive.
There was a time where streaming services seemed like the final frontier of at-home entertainment, a marriage of cost and convenience that made all previous...
What are we doing? I want off this wild ride. Trump says most goods from Mexico will be exempt from recent tariffs for 1 month. Like, what are we doing? Also, he gave, we heard at that press conference yesterday that he gave a 25% discount to, or no, I'm sorry, not 25% discount. He gave an exemption to the 25% tariffs for the car manufacturers for 1 month. Like,
options obsolete. I mean, my DVDs are just taking up space, and even if I wanted to watch something, I gotta get up, dust off my Xbox, navigate a bunch of menus, switch discs every 4 episodes. Netflix is so much better than this. until, of course, they quadrupled their price and got rid of every show you ever wanted to watch. So slowly but surely, a lot of people are moving away from the unreliable streaming services and going back to physical media. Things like Blu-rays, vinyls, tooth tunes. And I've actually begun that migration process myself. But because I'm incredibly stupid, here's how it's going for me so far. I started watching Friday Night Lights for the first time in December. It was something I had wanted to watch for years but always put off, which is crazy because it's a show about football, which I like, with a bunch of music from Explosions in the Sky, a band I grew up listening to all the time. It kind of felt like they made this show specifically for me, and still I was like, I'll get around to it eventually. It wasn't until a couple of months ago that I finally gave it a chance and got really into it. 12 days before it was going to be removed from Netflix. For the last 2 weeks of December, I binged as much of the show as I could, as quickly as I could, until around 3 a.m. on New Year's Eve. 13 minutes left in the season 2 finale. I was given an abrupt error message telling me that my beloved show was now gone. At this point, I was pretty invested, and I didn't just want to wait until it was maybe on Peacock one day, and I certainly didn't want to spend $2 per episode.
I know that it's changed since then, and I've complained about this a lot. It was like a 10-year-old complaint. But I still remember when I started to make more money streaming, the years before I started streaming, I didn't have very much money. Music was expensive. I was in Oink's Pink Palace. I pirated games because I couldn't afford them all, right? So, okay, fuck it. I don't play video games. I'll pirate it. Fuck it. But then when I started to stream and make money, I'm like, okay, I should spend money for media I like because it's good to support the content that I like. The clusterfuck nightmare of trying to get Game of Thrones streaming on my computer. I'm trying to remember what it was like. It was like, because of the licensing agreement, you were never allowed to stream Game of Thrones on HBO, but you could stream it to your phone. But I think if you paid for HBO for your mobile phone, you could go onto the website and request that that stream is shown on your desktop browser. It was like the most convoluted. By the time I was like halfway through figuring this shit out, I just ended up pirating all of it after paying for it. I was like, this is fucking retarded. Why did I even waste my money on this? I can't even figure out how to make it work. I know that streaming stuff has gotten significantly easier since then, but this, like, there's still every now and then like shows. I'm trying to remember what the last one was. Was it an anime where I have to hop? Is it still like this where you have to hop streaming platforms because like 4 seasons will be available on one platform and then 1 season will be available on another? It's so fucking annoying. Holy shit.
To digitally own it. So I decided what better time than right now to begin my brand new Blu-ray collection, starting naturally with a show I had yet to watch even half of. So about $37 and 8 days later, my Blu-rays show up at my door and I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to see how season 2 ends. So I pop the disc in my computer, try to play it, and it does not work. Turns out the external DVD drive I bought a couple years ago isn't compatible with Blu-rays, so I'm gonna have to buy another one. No problem, what's another $110? Jesus Christ. Well, I already bought the Blu-rays, I'm not gonna not watch them. So I bite the bullet on the Blu-ray drive. It shows up 2 days later, pop it into my computer, so excited to learn what will become of—
Wait, what? Where to watch Pokemon episodes and movies. This guide shows you where you can catch exciting episodes from the entirety of Pokemon, the series, as well as epic Pokemon movie adventures and other fun Pokemon animation. Online TV and video on demand. Pokemon Horizons, The Beginning, Season 1, Journeys, Season 23 through 25, Pokemon Concierge, sorry, Jesus. Select movies. On Prime Video, that was on Netflix. On Prime Video, Gold and Silver seasons 3 through 5, Diamond and Pearl seasons 10 through 13, Journeys seasons 23 through 25. On Hulu, we've got Sun and Moon seasons 20 through 22. What the holy fucking AIDS? What the fuck? Also, can I just say, I mean, I love the concept that on YouTube, and I'm sure it's on all these because I think I love the concept of like renting digital things. Like, can I borrow these bites for a little bit, I guess? Like, you rent it so you can watch it for up to 3 days. It's like, really? Whatever, man. The funny thing is in a really roundabout way, you're kind of sort of renting all of it. Because if YouTube were to ever shut down, it's not like you have access to any of the movies you've bought, so.
Brian Smash Williams? Huh, that's weird. Doesn't seem to work on VLC or the Any DVD app. I guess I could spend $20 on Blu-ray player, play Blu-ray, but that one says in its description that it doesn't play Blu-rays. At this point, I'm a little frustrated, but even more than that, I'm confused. So I go where I always turn to in times of crisis, a Google search with the word Reddit thrown onto the end. And believe it or not, even on Reddit, home of some of the most dedicated people on the planet, every single...
Yeah, I've said that a lot. The really sad part is that streaming turned into cable. Now someone needs to make a deeper level of Netflix that combines all the streaming services. Yeah, it really did. Like, pay for one thing and get all the things. And it's like, oh, cool. Or pay for and get exactly what you want. Oh, cool. The problem with cable... Now, a lot of you whippersnappers don't remember this, but the problem with cable is, for some reason, if there's like, traditionally in the United States, okay, boomers make fun of Zoomers because they'll say, oh, you guys just watch The Office all the time. Oh, you guys just watch one or two things on Netflix all the time. But growing up, top secret, if you watch TV, you really only watched like 3 channels all the time. No, there were no prolific TV watchers out there that were like, oh yeah, I watch all the channels, okay? You were like, you might not even watch all the, like, the kids channels, right? Like, you know, today you guys fight, well, I don't know what you guys fight over today, but a few years ago we'd fight like PlayStation versus Xbox. In my days, you fought like, are you a Cartoon Network guy? Or are you a Nickelodeon kid, right? Or like, are you a Disney Channel kid, right? You don't watch all 3 of these. If you did, that was sacrilege. Not really, okay, but like kind of. Like you generally, there were collections of shows that you liked on one channel versus the other. Like, oh no, I watch all the Nickelodeon stuff at Nick at Night or whatever. No, I like the Disney sitcoms and their movies. Like, okay, whatever. But for whatever reason, if you wanted to buy like, I like ESPN, but there's like some other kinds of sporting events like bowling or whatever that might not make it to ESPN, so I need ESPN2. You could never buy just like ESPN and ESPN2. You had to buy like a package of like 70 other random bullshit ass channels that you never fucking wanted. So by the end of it, I don't know if it ever got to the 4-figure range, but the cable or the channels on your cable box went up to like 980 or whatever. It was like fucking stupid, and nobody watched all these. Like channels like 400 through 980 were like random smooth jazz or like foreign language channels. Although there was one time when I discovered that I could watch Dragon Ball Z episodes early on a Japanese language channel at like Saturday at like 2 a.m. on like channel like 400, but there were no subtitles. So I just remember watching like the colored cells getting killed by Gohan, who was sparking electricity for some reason, and I didn't know why. But regardless, it's like, what the fuck? Anyway, we've recreated that now with the streaming services where everything is like all these weird bundled things and all this, you got to hop around to 50 different services to find what you want. Fuck!
On Reddit, home of some of the most dedicated people on the planet. Every single answer I see is, nah man, Power DVD 23 Essential is your only option. There is one way to watch Blu-rays on your computer, and it is with this app. You wanna know how much that app costs? $80. And it's like, I don't want
to do what?
Power DVD 23 Essential is your only option. There is one way to watch Blu-rays on your computer, and it is with this app. You wanna know how much that app costs? $80. And it's like, I don't want to spend...
Destiny, swapping between Cartoon Network and Comedy Central for commercial breaks on whichever was the primary. Yeah, but then you'd always be frustrated because like commercial breaks tend to run like in the middle of a show. So if you switch from one channel to the other, they're usually both on commercial.
And another $80, but I've already spent more than that just to make it to this point. I have to see this through to the end. Anyway, I bought the app, and it works most of the time. Although I should probably say it's been doing this thing now where it tells me my cloud subscription has expired, and I need to visit the Cyberlink members zone for more information. So, money well spent. Long story short, I spent $227 to watch a show that I could have seen on Netflix at any point over the past 7 years. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if I like it that much. Also, I know what you're thinking. Drew, couldn't you have just put the Blu-rays into your PS5, you moron? Yes, I could have. But the whole point of watching it on my computer was so I could second screen RuneScape on my other monitor. What part of dopamine addiction do you not understand?
Sorry, that was more of a story about my own incompetence than a rant about the state of technology. So here's a rant about the state of technology. I live in Orlando, Florida. My favorite basketball team is the Orlando Magic. They play basketball 20 minutes from my house, and I am not allowed to watch them on TV because I live too close. I can sign up for NBA League Pass and watch any other team play.
This totally sounds like some retarded fucking shit that they would try to enforce because they don't want to discourage people close by from like buying tickets or something. Oh my God, no shot is this real. Really?
Except for the one in my city because of blackout restrictions. What do you think, I'm stalking them or something? Whoa, this guy's obsessed. He lives right down the street. I don't understand this restriction, and frankly, I never will. Is the point to incentivize me to buy a ticket to go see them in person? They play 41 home games a year. Am I supposed to go to all of them? And if that was the point of it, they wouldn't also black out road games unless you expect me to travel with the team. Guys, do you want me to
They block out road games? What?
follow them around or not? I'm getting mixed signals here. Anyway, here's what I've had to do the past 6 years as a paying customer in order to watch my team play. First, I had to sign up for Sling TV because they were the only ones with the Fox Sports Florida channel. Then those two couldn't reach an agreement, so I had to switch to Fubo TV because they were the only ones with the Fox Sports Florida channel. Then those two couldn't reach an agreement, so I had to switch to YouTube TV. Can you guess where this is going? Yeah, they couldn't reach an agreement, and now I can't watch it anywhere, this time in the middle of a season. So out of desperation, I sign up for NBA League Pass, which again prohibits me from watching my team because I live too close. The workaround here is using a VPN to change my location to somewhere else. So now I'm paying for 2 different services just so I can watch the least popular team in the NBA. Adam Silver should be ecstatic that there are freaks like me out here. He should have a photo of me in his office that says #1 customer. So what do they do to thank me?
I am a genius. And I just solved all of this. You're welcome. You're welcome. Listen up, okay? Listen up. Here's what you do. Holy fuck, okay? Listen to me. Somebody, please, God, listen to me. All right? What needs to happen is one of these stupid fucking micronations just needs to lease everything. You guys need to lease all of the TV shows, all the whatever. And for the companies that sign up with them, you guys just need to have super favorable tax conditions or whatever the fuck for everybody to license the content here. That's what you need to do so that anybody that lives here can watch all of this on like one streaming service with no bullshit. Give them a huge tax cut, give them a huge tax incentive, whatever the fuck you have to do, okay? Do it, okay? Right here, all right? Then pay Amazon, okay, and the United States government to lay a fuck ton of fiber from fucking Miami to one of these stupid fucking islands and then set up like 1 billion servers here and then everybody can just VPN to this island where the licensing conditions are super favorable. And then boom, now you've made your country rich. Everybody who wants to watch shit unencumbered can just VPN to have this IP address and watch it here, okay? There you go. There you go, problem solved. That's what you need to do, all right?
For my loyal patronage, block the use of VPN 6 months later. Do you guys want my money or not? I'm trying so hard to give it to you. Okay, now we're in 2022, and finally, there's a streaming app specifically made for people to watch their local team play. It's a miracle. It's called Bally Sports, and it is the worst app I've ever used in my life. It freezes during commercials. The feed cuts out constantly, especially in the 4th quarter. Not that I wanted to watch that part anyway. It refuses to remember my
Wait, am I able to see things I've liked on Instagram? how do I go? Where do I see my history of likes? Go to settings. Okay, hold on. Settings and activity. Oh, wait. Saved. Your activity? Likes. Oh my God. Hold on. Fuck. Well, now this isn't going to be as funny. Because it took me a long time to find it. Okay. Okay, just pretend I brought this up instantly without any delay whatsoever, all right? I don't even know why I get recommended this shit. I don't know if my account is like Nazi coded or...
Sir. Tell him it's on.
This is so fucking stupid.
I'm ruined. I have nothing left except Israel.
Israel just asked for another $10 billion, sir.
Tell him it's on the way.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Okay.
My login information in between games. Did I mention they play 82 of these every year? I'm getting real tired of typing in my password every night. While all of this is happening, behind the scenes, Bally's parent company is not doing so well. They lose over $1.2 billion in 3 months. What, were they setting it on fire? Fast forward a few more months to 2023, and Bally is filing for bankruptcy. Well, it was nice while it lasted. Nope, they're still going. Somehow. Turns out I don't know what bankruptcy actually means. What I do know is that this probably doesn't bode well for the growing list of technical problems they apparently don't have the money to address. So that brings us to today, where after 3 tumultuous years, I'm excited to report that the app is now a little bit more reliable. But also it's been rebranded to the FanDuel Sports Network, which means every second of every broadcast is pretty much just one big ad for gambling. I should make
Based. Literally all my Insta reels are like anti-immigration, IQ 2016 shit. What are you guys watching? Bro, my Instagram reels are fire. I don't even know, like, I'm guessing like this reel is probably like a reference to some other joke or whatever, and I just I don't know. Hold on, I just don't know what it's referencing. No, restricted profile. Fuck. Download Instagram Reel. Hold on, is there a website? Oh my God, hold on. I'm just a professional internet user right now. Jesus. Download, video, downloaded, streamable, upload. Dude, I'm fucking in the Matrix right now. Okay, I'm guessing there's like an original video for this, or?
No. I found out the hard way the last time that I tried this.
No, not again!
And I haven't seen this done with any other sodas before, and I just don't think it's going to be as crazy.
What? It's called the foreshadowing meme? Oh, is it?
Not again! No, not again!
Okay, I'm done. Sorry, we're here. My bad.
But also it's been rebranded to the FanDuel Sports Network, which means every second of every broadcast is pretty much just one big ad for gambling. I should make a video about that. I know that this is one very specific gripe about a very specific problem, but I feel like there's so many things like this now. So many companies that seem to get their rocks off from making us have to jump through hoops in order to do anything. They're constantly merging with some other company so they can both be sold to a third company. Content bounces around from streaming service to streaming service like a hot potato. We tried to streamline everything and only made it more complicated. I can't keep up. I'm just a lowly consumer. Everything's so confusing now. I need a break. An ad break. Let's hear a word from today's sponsor.
Hi, I'm the youngest I'll ever be, and I'm here to tell you about today's sponsor, SoFi. I know you've all heard me talk about SoFi before, the all-in-one finance app helping you bank, borrow, and invest, but you've never heard me say these words.
What?
SoFi Plus. SoFi Plus is a brand new financial membership that unlocks $1,000 plus in value. I'm talking double reward points, 3% cash back on hotels, loan discounts, unlimited one-on-one meetings with financial planners.
Oh my
all of that and so much more for just $10 a month or for no cost when you sign up with direct deposit. To celebrate this groundbreaking moment, SoFi is giving away a total of $600,000 to
Wait, what is this app? Hold on, I'm sorry, what?
financial membership that unlocks $1,000 plus app helping you bank, borrow, and sponsors. But brand new points, 3% cash back on hotels, loan discounts, no cost when you sign up with direct deposit.
Wait a second, is this a real bank? Are these guys FDIC insured, or is this like a kind of like a PayPal-ish thing?
To celebrate this groundbreaking moment, SoFi is giving away a total of $600,000 to help 6 winners achieve their ambitions. Money towards a home, retirement, a dream vacation, or one of the 3 other things on the...
Wait, did I just miss this whole meme trend? What is this? Okay, this was okay. But I feel like the old lady was a million times better.
Screen behind me. Sign up for SoFi Plus to be entered for a chance to win, and you can even earn additional entries for every friend that you refer. So head to SoFi.com/Drew, scan the QR code on the screen, or click the link in the description to learn more about SoFi Plus and enter for a chance to win. Thank you so much to SoFi for sponsoring today's video, and thank you to you, the viewer, for listening to me. I know you could have skipped through this section if you wanted to, but you didn't.
We didn't, because we support content that we steal on the stream. Thank you.
And I'll always appreciate that. Now back to the video. I know that part of the feeling I'm about to describe is just because of my diminished sense of wonder as I've aged, but I feel like there used to be a time when technology was a lot more exciting to me. I mean, what could be more fun than a gadget? Well, besides a gizmo, of course. But it seemed like most things that came out had a genuine purpose, that there was more of a collective desire to push humanity forward, to provide solutions to actual problems. And
Do you ever do the ash on forehead thing that Catholics do? Yes, you all did. It was Ash Wednesday. I don't remember what happened. Jesus burned, I want to say burned psalms, but that doesn't make any sense. They weren't psalms. Alms? What did you, they burned something and then you did that. I don't remember the story for even why the fuck they did it. The palms? Did he go into Jerusalem on a donkey or something? I don't remember, bro. Something happened.
And I know that this is all still happening, but it seems like so many innovations now are just new ways to manipulate people, or spy on people, or replace people altogether. I'm not excited about what might be created in the future as much as I'm fearful of it. I'm fearful of what AI is threatening to do to every job on Earth. I'm fearful of all these humanoid robots that...
No, I don't like that he mixes this up, because listen, if robots replace people and they're better, that's fine. But I do hate the fact, I said this before, right? Especially, sorry, not to flaunt my stat. You guys are all fucking wealthy too, okay? Fuck you guys, okay? All of us wealthy people, I don't even have anything fun to waste my money on. I liked buying all the newest phones and shit, because, oh, I want the newest, best phone. I didn't even buy the last generation of Pixel and iPhone, because it's all like AI slop. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I get like... Wow, I'm glad that billions of server farms have made it so now when I get a text message, it summarizes the text message so I don't have to click it first. What? Like, do I care? Do this on Instagram or some shit where I don't have to show that that I've actually read the message. Now we're talking, okay? But like, fuck, I just don't care that much. Like none of these, there's not like a lot of value add. It's just a bunch of ways to extract money for minimum fucking shit. I don't even know what it's for. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck all this. It's all cringe shit to me.
keep popping up. What if one of them tries to kill me? Or worse, what if we fall in love? How am I supposed to explain that to people? For every OLED Steam Deck and surprisingly powerful tiny Mac computer, there's...
Why don't you help other people with your money? Because fuck people. That's why, okay? Listen, we did all the canvassing and all the bullshit last year, okay? As soon as my cases are done, we'll hop on back in. It just depends on how long all this bullshit takes.
Seem to be 10 wearable AI companions, or a TV that's free because it never stops showing you ads, or what if you could wear your phone on your head so it could never stop showing you ads? I remember when touchscreen smartphones came out, and I practically started drooling at the idea. This device, which I hate more than anything in the world, is incredible. It's true.
Gadgets were never the thing you spent a ton of money on as a rich person. It was always real estate, cars, luxury goods, vacations. Yeah, sure. I'm not thinking as like a rich person, I guess. I was just thinking more as like a working poor person. Like the middle class stuff is like the thing of dreams. Like when you buy your first discrete graphics card, back in the day, we used to use that AGP slot. Back before PCI, it was just PCI with no express. Yeah, I don't know, like having access to stuff like that, like or big good monitors, like stuff like that. It was good stuff. I'm not saying like, what can I spend millions of dollars on? I'm just saying that like all the mid tier or mid to high tier, I don't know what you'd call it, like tech stuff. A lot of it's just like not that exciting. I'm not like super excited, you know?
Truly amazing what this thing is capable of, but now the question is, where do you go from here? The jumps in phone technology have become pretty unnoticeable, despite how hard they're trying to get us to notice them. When we went from landlines to cell...
Even the new monitors weren't exciting. For me, the new monitors are okay. Actually, they're decent, but the more exciting thing was these arms for my desks. That was exciting. Okay. My big arms, hell yeah.
Cell phones, that was crazy. When they added a full keyboard so you didn't have to spend 30 seconds typing one word, that was crazy. And then they added email and a really good camera and a touch screen and a GPS and the internet and a compass. And now you can pay for parking on here, and you can download apps that stop you from spending too much time on other apps. Oh man, that line's really starting to slow down, huh? And this phone costs 4 times as much as this one did? No, that makes sense. If you Google has technology peaked, their AI overview will tell you, no, of course not. I'm getting stronger every...
That's because you're a prosumer now and know what you want and what you want to spend on it. It's kind of that, but it's more just like, if you think of the new features, we have capped out a lot on a lot of tech-related stuff. I'm not saying we're like at the end of technology. I'm just saying that I feel like we've been in a refining phase for like a decade on a lot of tech-related things, like a few more polygons, a few more megabytes, a little bit more speed, a little bit more screen density, but there hasn't been anything like paradigm breaking or any cool new ways to utilize it. It doesn't feel like, I'm trying to think like, what was the last cool technology thing that I was super excited for? Like Bluetooth in cars, that was really cool. But how old is that? Is that over a decade at this point? Like being able to just like throw your phone in, and like iPods were cool. Like having like music on the go and everything. AirPod Pros were really cool. Holy fuck. Dude, AirPod Pros, one of the first time I was like, holy shit, this is the future. Hearing the transparency mode so you can hear things around you and everything. Getting my first iPad was cool, yeah. But it feels like so much for like everything I'm naming is like a decade old. The last time this was said, OpenAI came along with ChatGPT and everyone was in the corner. Yeah, maybe my big problem personally is just that I just don't care about any of the AI shit. So I'm missing on all like the cool current stuff now because I don't give a fuck about any of the AI stuff.
Every day. And consider this your second strike, Drew. That's awfully ominous. And what was my first? No, of course technology hasn't peaked, but like, it does feel like it's starting to level off a bit. The improvements between video game consoles used to...
Wait. Can you explain Trump's tariffs against Canada and how Canada's response and their plan with China and Mexico against the USA will negatively affect the USA? Wait, was that a troll question? Wait, why did I type that?
And what was my first? No, of course, technology hasn't peaked, but like, it does feel like it's starting to level off a bit. The improvements between video game consoles used to be astronomical. Now I end up on a side-by-side comparison video squinting as hard as I can trying to spot any difference. In 1995, video games looked like this. 10 years later, they look like this. 10 years after that, they look like this. And in the 10 years since, they look like, wait, which one is a new one? And I know I'm viewing this from a consumer standpoint.
To be fair, that one on the right did look a lot better, but
completely oblivious to the strides being made in medicine and science and interplanetary defense mechanisms. But it just seems like whenever a new thing comes out, we have to pay a lot for very little. Technology has gone so far in the wrong direction that people are now trying to find ways to go back. Physical media is making a comeback. Dumb phones are making a comeback. As
people say this, that like, oh, these other things are making a comeback, but I don't think they are. I think there's like 0.1% of the market is becoming interested in these things, and some like hipsters are grabbing it, but I don't think it's actually a thing.
People become more disillusioned to the future that was promised to us. The best way to break out of it is to recapture a sense of simplicity. And not all of this is just nostalgia. I think some of it speaks to the fundamental difference in how things are made now. You used to be able to own things. Now almost everything is borrowed. You're not buying a product, you're subscribing to a service. I don't own a bunch of music because I'm paying Spotify every month. I'm just temporarily given access to music until I stop paying and then have nothing to show for it. And even if you do buy a physical product, there's no guarantee it's gonna stay in the condition it was in when you bought it. A lot of things now can be remotely updated or even deactivated. The Spotify car thing completely bricked when they stopped wanting to deal with it. A few months ago, Roku forced an update onto all of their TVs, making it so you can't turn the motion smoothing feature off. This
no shot. What?
company just announced they're going to start charging a monthly fee so anyone who already bought their thermostat can continue to use it. We're buying things that can be made worse or taken away from us whenever the manufacturer feels like it. So what are we even buying anymore? These things aren't designed to last because the entire economic system in this country is based on perceived shareholder value. If I sell you a product that you only have to buy once and then get to keep it forever, how will I get more money from you in the future? How will line keep go up if transaction over? So think.
Do you think the other kids whose parents had shit like ice dispensers built into the fridge or a corded phone built into the car were rich beyond comprehension? No, we were upper middle class until I was like 13. No, I didn't grow up in a fucking poor household. Fuck that. That would be cringe. Yikes. We didn't get fucked until I was like 13-ish, I think.
Things break or become obsolete. A lot of tech devices are more affordable than they used to be, but they're also more disposable. The interface on your 4-year-old smart TV suddenly takes 10 times longer to navigate. Your iPhone 12 suddenly crashes 5 times a day. No, we're not doing that on purpose. But it does kind of seem like a sign that it's time to buy a new one, right? And this isn't a conspiracy or an exaggeration. Technology is making us dumber. Rarely while using your phone are you in the driver's seat, except when you're texting while driving, which is a lot of fun. But it's mostly a passive activity. More often than not, you don't open an app in order to do a specific thing. You open an app and just see whatever it chooses to show you. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. Either way, the past hour of your life was entirely decided by an algorithm. You're not thinking for yourself, you're not making a decision for yourself, you just turn off your frontal cortex and submit to whatever Mark Zuckerberg has curated for you. And the more we're conditioned to accept this relationship, the easier it is to sell us an AI agent that does all of our thinking for us and that we learn to trust implicitly. I mean, how am I supposed to be excited about technology when this is the direction we're headed in?
It seems like everything is slowly trying to turn into everything else. A new app will come along with one specific niche use and then inevitably get turned into yet another form of social media. Like the Shop app. I've been using this for a couple years because I like the idea of having one account that works across multiple websites. But now, of course, it's just like another thing designed for you to scroll through. I open it up to see how far away my pants are and it's like, oh hey, you want to buy something else while you're here? You want some Alpha Lion Superhuman Hulk juice? What about Goof juice? Chug juice? Oh, I know what you want. a little
What?
cake shaped like Texas. They also give you rewards, but it amounts to virtually nothing and is really just an excuse to send you more push notifications. Hey, don't forget to use that 14-cent credit before it runs out. It only works on this website that sells hoodies for dogs. You open up the Ring app so you can see who's knocking at your door, and they're like, hey, you want to see this funny video of a goat? Venmo defaults to the page showing you how many of your friends had pizza this week. Why do I need to know that? I bought that light in the corner a few months ago, and the only way to control it is through an app. And you're probably thinking, certainly there's no social media aspect to an app that turns lights on and off, and that might just be the dumbest thing you've ever said. Of course it has its own news feed and hashtags. Of course there's a pop-up telling me to take the Govee app user experience survey so I can earn 50 Govee points and a chance to win Govee merch. App is a goddamn joke now. Worst change to an app that could ever happen. Can't even remember my dream view settings anymore. May as well check all my lights in bin if this is the only way to control them. What a joke. Well, I wanted to respond to this comment saying that I'm just here for the Govee points, hashtag Govee rewards program, but that feature is only available to savvy users. So I agreed to the savvy terms and conditions, and they congratulated me on becoming a savvy user. You're following all of this, right? Instagram has its own TikTok feature. Twitter has its own TikTok feature. And you probably guessed this because you'd never make the same mistake twice. The Govee app has its own TikTok feature. Everything is the same thing, and I'm tired of it. These apps are all so intent on monopolizing your time that they'll design it in a way that makes it hard for you to leave. You click.
I feel like I get 5 notifications for one package arriving, all from different apps. Oh yeah? You ever have a package show up, and then you get a notification on your parcel pending app telling you that a package has arrived, and then you get a text message with the parcel pending code to get into the locker, and then you get an email from parcel pending telling you that a package is here, and then you get an email from UPS telling you that the package has been delivered, and then you get an email from Amazon telling you that this happened to me yesterday. Base, thank you.
Like a YouTube link on the Facebook Messenger app, and instead of just taking you there, it'll be like, oh, I guess you want to open that app instead, huh? All right, here's a button. It doesn't work though. No, I'm just kidding. It will work if you click it 15 times.
Thank you. I feel seen and heard. Because when I brought this up to my chat, Drew Gooden, okay, none of my chat understood this.
Didn't work though. No, I'm just kidding.
This open app button, this is like the biggest gamble in my life. I have no idea what this button is going to do half the time. I had 3 different versions of Twitter installed on my phone. I don't even know how, because I would see a tweet and it's like open app, and it was like download Twitter. And one time I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. What Twitter do you want me to download? Because apparently what I have on my phone isn't good enough for you, okay? And then I download another Twitter, and at one point in the future, that was opening a different app. I had 2 versions of Twitter on my phone. I don't know how. And then at some point, I had a 3rd version of Twitter on my phone, and then I just logged in on the browser. I'm like, okay, well, no more using the app. I'm just gonna, because, okay.
It will work if you click it 15 times. And then
I didn't know if you clicked it 15 times it would work though. But the thing that's annoying too is that like if you click this
I'm just kidding. It will
app,
work if you click it.
And then it takes you to the store, but then you click open again, but then it just goes to the app, but it doesn't go to the page that you wanted to look at. So there's no point.
15 times. And then it will take you to the App Store so you can open the homepage of YouTube and just search for that video yourself. Was that helpful? Good, it wasn't supposed to be. I just noticed the desktop Instagram website has incorporated that thing that's supposed to prevent you from accidentally exiting out of like a checkout screen or a form you're halfway through filling out, but they're just using it anywhere on their website. Literally scrolling through the homepage, I try to leave, they grab my arm and say, no, are you sure you're done with us? We were just about to show you a really cool ad. Are you sure you don't want to see what it looks like?
Was that on Android or iPhone? iPhone. I feel like my Android experience was better, but I just don't remember. It's been a long time now. So it was just iPhone for over a year.
Sometimes I feel like you don't even like me anymore. It's no wonder so many people are trying to turn the clock back on technology and return to a simpler era. Not so far back that you gotta like eat bugs and sleep on a log, but just back to when these modern conveniences were still exciting and didn't feel so predatory and manipulative. Technological advancements don't feel fun anymore because of the motivations behind so many of them. It doesn't feel like we're trying to make life better when almost everything is designed to be as addictive as possible. These things aren't supposed supposed to be fun additions to your life. They're supposed to be a new thing for your life
That takes over everything.
to revolve around. And no amount of profit or growth will ever be enough. It seems like there's more thought put into how you can continue to charge people for something they already own than to just expand the experience of it in the first place. But hey, at least we're using all that extra revenue to pay the employees, right? Right? Sorry, I'm doing that thing again where I try to provide catharsis by ranting in a critical yet lighthearted fashion, but just end up spreading more negativity in the process. So I'd like to end this video by highlighting some technological innovations that I'm thankful for.
It's almost fucking impossible to open a URL from the Facebook app in a way that just opens your normal browser. They always use their own shitty in-app browser. Yeah, I don't know why anything ever would ever have an in-app browser. There's never any reason ever for anything ever to have an in-app browser on a phone. Why? Fuck you.
Number 1, fiber internet. In 2018, we lived in a house where it would take me 2 hours to upload a 15-minute YouTube video. And during that time, no other device in the house could connect to the internet because I was using all of it. Now I get like 2 gigs per second and it never goes out. That's a luxury I know I take for granted.
What are we talking about?
In the house.
Hold on.
15 minutes. In 2018, we lived in a house where it would take me 2 hours to upload a 15-minute YouTube video. And during that time, no other device in the house could connect to the internet because I was using all of it. Now I get...
I'm sure there's a sandboxing / security justification. Bullshit. You know what? I'm willing to bet that 99% of fucking in-app browsers are literally just using some older, less secure version of fucking Chrome or Safari anyway, that they probably have to do their own manual updating on or whatever, because it's not supported first-party bullshit or whatever. Anyway, so no, fuck that. It's probably just to keep you in the fucking app because they don't ever want you to close their program ever.
Like 2 gigs per second and it never goes out. That's a luxury I know I take for granted. Now I should probably say that AT&T almost electrocuted me when they were digging in our front yard, burst into a water pipe, flooded half the neighborhood, and knocked down a power line, leaving live wires dangerously.
More engagement. Also, it costs money to develop a token to authenticate the session across instances. That's crazy because I thought we had like cookies and stuff figured out in like 1992.
Close to the newly installed moat they surprised me with, but they did offer me a $1 credit when I called to complain. So I wish I was joking about that. They destroyed our lawn and then offered $1 single as an apology. And you know what? They're still not as bad as Spec.
It's literally so annoying to jump between apps. How are you mad that you stay in the app? I think it's way better. What? It's so annoying to not be able to look at your app again while you're on a browser. Say somebody links me something that I think is funny in one of my apps. Okay, now I've done all my apps so that I always try to open the external browser. But say somebody links something, it's like, oh, cool. Now I'm looking at this thing that they linked me. Oh, cool. Okay, I want to talk to them about the thing they linked me. Oh, I can't. Because I can't go back to an app because now that app is just a web page. So what do? Push done? Oh, cool. Now I've lost wherever the fuck I was, and I can't even reference what the fuck I was talking about, and then I'm gonna go find them again on the default, and it's no, fuck all that. I can't even believe you said that. You're unbelievable, okay? You're out of control. Who said that? Take a break. Take an hour break. You're on timeout.
Number 2, our Nespresso machine. This is the world's greatest invention. It's all the convenience of a Keurig, except it doesn't taste like burnt garbage, and you can actually send the pods back when you're done to have them recycled. I mean, allegedly. They probably just throw them in the ocean like I do. I can't believe these pods are only moderately more expensive than K-Cups. They taste 100 times better, and you don't have to wait 45 minutes for it to cool off. Side note, how much money do you think Sabrina Carpenter turned down to not do a collaboration?
Destiny, you've got to set open in default browser to fix that, Boomer. It's cute that you think that simply setting that setting always fixes these problems. I have removed Apple Maps like 15 different ways from this phone, and I still have things sometimes where somebody will text me an address and I go to open it and it's like, but where's Maps? It's like, excuse me. I have you set to open Maps links automatically. Oh yeah, but we're not trying to open a Maps link. Apple has automatically identified text that looks like an address, and now we've decided to try to open that as a map, and that doesn't actually open your default Maps app. It tries to open the default Maps app in iOS, which is Apple Maps. You see, there's a huge difference. Oh, my bad.
With them. They had to have asked, right? That's that mean espresso. It was right there.
The only good argument is that in-app browsers save a bit of RAM for low-end phones. Motherfucker, what are you guys talking about right now? Hello? Stop.
With them. They had to have asked, right? That's that mean espresso. It was right there. What are you guys waiting for? Some stupid YouTuber to promote your shit for free?
Oh, man, the PTSD. Holy shit, trying to open a link in Gmail to do paperwork, and they send a two-factor authentication to that email, so you have to exit out of the fucking page, and then it deletes all of the progress you just did. True. My favorite is when you filled out, I don't do any work on my phone. This is why I don't work on my phone. I'll work on my iPad, or I'll work on the computer. My favorite, this is my favorite. Imagine you have a web page on your phone and you have to fill out, and it's one of those, you open it from your email address, okay? So this is like opened in a new tab, and you fill it out and you fill it out and you fill it out. And it's one of those fun ones where when you click the box that asks for your name and then address, for some reason, your phone doesn't automatically identify it as a field that it can fill in automatically. So you have to type it all in manually. Okay, whatever. You type it in, you type it, you go through, you have to manually enter, who knows why it's not identifying it. You type it all, okay, you go through, you know, you type all the bullshit in, and then you scroll down to the very bottom, and at the very bottom of the page, you have the OK button. But for some reason, your phone keyboard has popped up, and it won't go away. There's no way to make it go down. There's no way for some reason, because the down keyboard button isn't there all the time. I don't know why. And now you scroll back up and you see the 2 hours that you've worked filling out this stupid fucking mobile browser bullshit page on an open inside an app browser. So if you get out, it's going to be gone forever. And then you scroll down and there's no way to click to go forward because for some reason you can't make the keyboard go away.
Free, never gonna happen, bozo. Number 3, electric razors. Why was I scraping the shit out of my face for so long? These things aren't just better, but they're cheaper in the long run because you don't have to change the blades all the time. And I can use it on my balls.
Oh, was that it? It was just the 3 things? Sorry, I thought I'd have more time to think of an outro here. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want. As always, YouTube gives me $100 for every new subscriber, which I like to withdraw as cash and use as kindling to help make it through this brutal Florida winter. So remember, every time you subscribe, you're keeping me and my family warm for a couple of minutes. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Why the fuck is... Synergy? It's not letting me copy paste things. Refresh. Did it even refresh it? It's not even disconnecting me. Refresh this.
Hey guy, a couple weeks ago I was at an Airbnb.
Shut up! Okay, well, no link to this video. Get fucked. Drew Gordon. Or actually here. You know what? Link it there. There you go. Have you ever tried to open a secured email for test results from your doctor? No. I think I've gotten secured emails from the Florida Department of Revenue, but usually for lab results, it's like you go to the LabCorp webpage or whatever, and they just have it there. Must watch Drew Gordon meme.
Road work ahead? Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Okay, stop.
No, 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 no.
Oh, dude, Aslan used to do this. Jesus Christ.
Don't even know what that is.
You're gonna get punked.
She was being racist. Justified?
Got that on camera. You're gonna get punked like that on. Oh.
Oh!
Oh damn. Oh damn. Damn. No. I didn't think you. Damn. Damn, man. Damn, you good, bro? Come on, Dorado. Damn. Hey, I got that on camera. You're gonna get punked like that on. Oh.
Where was her being racist? Do you think this is a setup? I can't tell if this school is like just like an anime fighting school where everybody's used to it. Because I feel like people aren't reacting like at all.
On camera, you're gonna get punked like that on. Oh. Oh damn. Oh damn. Damn.
Like, listen to her. What's she saying? Leguardo? Eduardo? What's... Devardo? Retardo?
Damn.
Just kidding.
No, I didn't think you. Damn. Damn, man. Damn, you good?
I feel so bad for this guy's last name. Zach Bussey. The People's Union USA is pushing for a week-long economic blackout against Amazon, Twitch, and Whole Foods starting Friday as a calculated strike. Why are we blackouting? Why Amazon? What's the reason for this target? The objective of the calculated strike is simple: for Amazon to record a dip in sales. In a post on Tuesday, Schwartz described how to hit Amazon the hardest and take a stand against its impact on small businesses and treatment of workers. After the company reported a 10% year-on-year increase in net sales, who cares? Like, why not target something more? Like, what is the goal? Schwartz founded the self-described Movement of the People last month, which in itself has raised more than $120,000 on GoFundMe to pay for costs such as registering as a legal entity. What does that cost? Like $300 to register an LLC? What? Or maybe it has to register for a nonprofit. Maybe that is more expensive. The People's Union USA said its mission, according to its website, is to take back control of our economy, government, and future of our country. The system is designed to keep us all trapped. This is why I started this organization. Okay, so it's just fucking... Okay. Am I wrong in thinking that most innovation in the last 10 years has been in profit optimization/maximization rather than actually new technology? If I compare what tech I use / interact with 10 years ago, it's almost the same today. Yeah, but I mean, it's not necessarily like, you shouldn't think of like profit optimization or maximization, because technically everybody's always trying to optimize or maximize profit. It's more just, I think that there's something to be said for what that guy was saying before. Like, everything in your life just wants to do everything and be in front of you always. It might all tie back to the phone. Like, the fact that everything in your life is competing with every single thing on your telephone at all points in time is just a huge burden of crazy shit that you always have to deal with. And the ways that people are trying to make money are not by offering like new products or services, I guess, to like give you a new experience. It's just like how to keep you glued to your phone as much as possible, I think. But technology connections.
Any of the other videos
Made a good video, about 38 minutes. I'm good.
To literally
A realignment to specialization and long-term success should be rewarded more over short term, but how can you legislate that? I mean, maybe we're on the road to it. So eventually, if the conservatives continue their plan, what you really have to do is you have to radically rethink how people view like freedom and freedom of speech. And conservatives have kind of hit on this, but the problem is they lie about it. Like, conservatives say they want free speech, but they don't. They just want to abuse free speech until they can ban all the opposing voices. And then at some point, people realize like, oh, wow, well, maybe being able to edit speech or edit the freedoms we have actually helps us in some ways. And then if the right falls over and then new people come up, then people have like radically reformed views on what it means to have freedoms or like how we should guide behavior or whatever. And then maybe from there, people rethink things or something. I don't know. But having like an unlimited set of things before you at any point in time and then assuming that people make the best choices probably isn't like the most fulfilling way to live life. So
apparently this is super obvious to literally everyone but them, but all of the Democrats protesting during the State of the Union by wearing a pink situation and holding up their little signs is the exact same energy, but 100 times worse, as all of those celebrities singing Imagine during COVID. Living in their mansions and shit. That is what that's giving. It's the same exact energy as reading in your history book that, oh, the politicians who were against Hitler, well, they decided to try to stop him by showing up to his speech and all wearing purple hats. Do you hear how stupid that sounds? Protest is not for you. Protest is for the people. We have to engage in acts of protest and speech and symbolism and rebellion in order to have our voices heard. If we are protesting what the government is doing, you are the government. You are the government, the ones we voted in to do what we need and to protect our democracy and values. And
fuck. True. Signs weren't a bad idea. Fuck. Oh my God, you're so right. Signs were not a bad idea. The problem was what was on the signs, which were soy messages. If all the signs would have been like this, I would have been okay with them. I would have been, you know what? Fucking A, dude. Hold those signs up. I would have been fine with it. Fuck, you're absolutely right. From Foo and DGG chat. True.
And rights. You are the person we're talking to. You protesting in there is just talking at each other. You're talking at the problem and then still sitting for it and acknowledging that it has power and just shrugging and wearing a pink fucking jacket. That shit pisses me off beyond reason. And them saying, well, we don't have any power to do, we can't, well, what are we supposed to? Trump and Elon, 90% of the things that they have done, they also do not legally have the power to do, but they've been doing it anyway.
Because they won the election for president. I will not take any of these fucking people seriously until they admit that you have to vote for the candidate. You have to vote. You have to vote. If you do not vote, your voice doesn't matter. Take a long walk off a short cliff. Your voice does not matter. Nothing you say and nothing you do matters if you are not willing to go out and vote for the candidate. If you do not vote, it doesn't matter.
Following the...
Where did you hear that she didn't vote? I don't know. I'm just tired of hearing these things over and over and over. Where? Link the chart. Link to the chart. I need this in real life so I can point to the chart of the Democrats don't do anything. People get mad at the Democrats. People blame the Democrats for everything. People don't vote for the Democrats. And then like Democrats don't have a majority in either house. Then Democrats don't do anything. Then people get mad at it. Like, I need that. Point. Give me the chart again. If any of these videos ever Does this person not advocate that? I don't know. Let's hear. Do you think she does? Find her channel for me, because I never hear these people say, hey guys, we have to vote. We have to vote.
Rule book, holding tight to those rules and whatever, isn't this moral high ground that you're taking. You're not better for it. You're actually worse, because the rule book in and of itself, our constitution and our rule of law and our system of governments in and of itself hinges upon the fact that none of y'all would have let this shit happen. If this shit is happening, of course our principles of democracy are not going to work properly, because no one on their side is going to follow the rules. So you just holding on to the rule book and saying, well, we're getting dunked on the House, but I'm going to wear a pink shirt. That's fucking useless.
I don't even think you're disagreeing with her. It sounds like she wants Democrats to cause more upheaval and get kicked out. The problem is that earlier, listen, I agree that Dem should have fucking gotten kicked out. I said that. We tweeted that. The issue that I'm having is
signs, all of those celebrities singing Imagine during COVID. Living in their imagery, as reading against Hitler by showing up to his speech and all wearing purple. Protest is not for you.
Hold on.
Protest is for the people. We have to engage in acts
of protest
and speech and symbolism and rebellion in order to have our voices heard. If we are protesting what the government is doing. You are the government. You are the government. The ones we voted in to do what we need.
The ones we voted in, she kind of has it there, but I never hear these people say, if you're protesting, if you want your voice to be heard, you have to vote. You need to vote. If they don't win majorities, there's nothing they can do. They can like protest more for media stuff, but like right now, and I agree in principle, I agree that our people should be like getting arrested and getting kicked out for sure. But there's no reason to think that that's actually going to change anything. They've just become activists at this point, which is fine. I think that's good. I think our lawmakers should become activists. But all they can do are be activists. All they can do is activism. That's all they can do, because they don't have any.
And to protect our democracy and values and rights. You are the person we're talking to. You on the House, but I'm going to wear a pink shirt. That's fucking useless. Actively disrupting a fascist regime requires that you play outside of the rules.
Yeah, but the regime hasn't gotten power through fascism. Ironically enough, it's gotten power through the same democracy that you're asking people to utilize to overturn the current system. Like, that's the issue.
Y'all need to start doing that, because all of you just honoring this system of governance that is not happening anymore, that doesn't exist anymore, because you're thinking that, oh.
Do you disagree that Republicans were being more effective at being disruptive in the minority? No, I don't think Republicans, I think that's a myth. I might have even sold that myth a bit on my stream. I go back and forth on it just because I'm so irritated from the political thing. But no, Republicans are able to disrupt when they have majorities. McConnell was not able to block every single fucking thing Obama did because he had a minority and they were just unified on fucking over the, on fucking over Democrats. But it's because they were able to get majorities in Congress. That's what gave them the power to do what they did. That's what gave them the power to disrupt so much.
Oh, well, democracy will just like get itself out of it. That's not what's going to happen. Rules of law and the Constitution do not account for you allowing a hostile takeover. Bar for bar, honest to God, if you look it up from the 1930s, how Hitler took over the government, sitting in that room and...
I followed this woman on TikTok for a while. She's never come off as a both sides bad, voting does nothing person. I'm at work, so I can look for examples one way or another, but I like this one. Your point is, okay, sure. You might be right. I mean, I haven't seen this type of content. So she could be a pro-voter person, in which case that's base.
Pretending that this all still works is absolutely dignifying something that has lost all legitimacy. Sitting there and following the fucking rules and voting for shit that you're gonna fucking lose on, even though it's taking away the rights and dignities and money and everything, economic policy, everything. Our country is going to shut the fuck down in 1 year.
I don't know why. I didn't look this up and I don't know, but Trump said it in his speech. Is it true that every single Democrat voted to confirm Rubio? I almost feel like every single cabinet pick should have been every single Democrat, giving them the big down vote.
I don't think people realize how bad it's going to get. Okay? Trump threatening to fire all of the lawyers and judges who disagree with him, saying they're going to be investigated. The American Bar Association having to release a statement saying fuck, like we are holding the line.
Oh, 99 voted for Rubio. Okay.
We are bipartisan, but what the fuck? Like, this is really bad. You cannot, this is what we do. Trump saying, oh, the judicial branch is not allowed, lawyers and judges are not allowed to tell the executive branch what the laws mean, when that's literally to
True.
What our jobs are. That's the job description of what the judicial branch is. Acknowledging that the institution
Oh, careful. What our jobs are, you're an attorney, okay? Not a judge. Careful.
itself is broken, requires acting outside of it now. But no one is willing to do that. And it's honestly embarrassing and disgusting. Wearing a different color shirt and holding up a little sign, enough.
I do think they should have all gotten arrested. Somebody says she gives a pro voting.
Hi guys. I just made these pumpkin spice snickerdoodle cookie mix. Okay, amazing, amazing. Trader Joe's has their pumpkin stuff out. I made it vegan because I am vegan. If y'all didn't know that, I'm amazing. I made these on my live today because like I love going live. Vote for Kamala Harris. Register to vote. And
Based queen. Never mind. I retroactively approve of every single thing that she said in the last video. A very good speech from yesterday of a French senator about the U.S.-Russia situation. 8 minutes long. We listened to that whole speech, and it was very based. Okay. Keep listening. The next sentence was, vote for Kamala Harris if you want the genocide to continue and you hate Palestine. No, I'm just kidding. This just would have been, it would have been so, I'm just saying if I'm just, maybe Hakeem knows something that I don't. Like imagine like every 2 minutes, another Democrat was shouting at Trump until, and it should be over something meaningful. Like pick policy positions and shout at him. About defunding Medicare, about abandoning Ukraine, about pardoning J6ers, about... God, fuck, I was losing my mind last night. Oh my God, just looking at so much random shit. The Vyvanse arc over the last year and a half has just made me hate all of these conversations so much more. It's just like, it's so fucking stupid. And I don't even think I've gotten that much smarter. My research ability has gotten better, and I've followed more news. But I just think the general conversation has gotten even worse. It's just so horrible. I can't believe. What, like, bro.
Overseen by
11 and a half hours. Donald Trump has not answered a single fucking question about any of his conduct. It's just not even, these two parties are not even remotely on the same level of competency. It's just insane. Thoughts on the 10 Democrats who voted to censure Al Green? I don't know. Do they need a majority to do it? Do they need their votes? I'm okay with like some symbolic votes for people to hold their districts. Like if the House was going to censure him anyway, no matter what, and there are Dems who are like in super purple districts or red districts, then I don't care that much about it. But just imagine like every 2 minutes, like a Dem getting kicked out during this speech. we? Exclusive. Trump plans to revoke legal status of Ukrainians who fled to the United States, sources say. Is this, I'm curious, is he revoking particularly the legal status of these people, or is he like rescinding every, is it TPS for temporary protected status, and like Ukrainians just happen to be a part of this? Administration is planning to revoke temporary legal status from 2 to 40,000 Ukrainians. It's part of a broader rollback of binary. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, yeah. I mean, it's still pretty bad. Hold on, just real quick for any of the lurking optics cucks out there, okay? Agent DJ is a message for Democrats. This is so fucking cringe.
Such an honor to have met you.
Hold up, I got one more thing to say.
What? He has one more thing to say. I won't interrupt you.
If you're a Democrat and you're being mean to President Trump, I'm on your bumper.
Such an...
If you want to use kids as weapons of war, I think that's totally fine. But they become legitimate targets at that point, okay? That's it. If you want to fucking indoctrinate your, you know, half-brain kid out here, and you want to have him spewing conservative talking points, which, to be fair, you only need half a brain to spew, then that's fine, okay? But expect to take some shots in the meantime, all right? I heard so many fucking disgusting comments about, Thurnberg? Fuck, what was her first name? The Swedish autistic soy girl or whatever, Greta. Yeah, I heard there were so many crazy, gross comments about Greta. But, well, actually, I mean, I don't even know if people were making unhinged comments about Greta. But hey, if you want to wheel your kid out to be a fucking, you know, to be some political message or whatever, okay, well, fine. But expect to get some fucking, you know, some political smacks. Yeah, but how low do we go? Brain cancer is above the collarbone. Okay, we're good. My daughter's best friend is getting deported. Her family isn't poor, pays taxes, and works in the healthcare industry. My daughter's been crying every night. I hate these motherfuckers. Well, you should all go with her. That's what that one guy said. See Brad's comment? Nope. This is more fake news from Reuters based on anonymous sources who have no idea what they were talking about. The truth, no decision has been made at this time. Why wouldn't you say the truth is we won't revoke legal status for the Ukrainians in the United States, or we wouldn't deport Ukrainians, just no decision has been made at this time. Okay, so you're not really refuting anything. Okay. This isn't what I meant. Whatever I said before, this is not what I meant. Please, God, no. This is AI slop, guys. Don't worry. Can we just have Biden back with ice cream cones? This is made by a TikTok influencer who asked her to do it. Do not take the bait. Well, but I mean, all these Congress people still participated. Can we just not? They are millennials. It's in their blood to be cringe. 2-hour ban for you. Millennials are way better than whatever dog shit generation you're from. Okay? Fuck you. Motherfucker. I hope you can never afford a house. Can we do this ad, but for Obama?
I need your money to kill babies by abortion. You, taxpayer, give me your money to pay for baby killing.
No, I don't believe in abortion.
I don't care. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give me money to kill babies.
All right, I'll pay you. Don't hit
Okay, wait. This just is an ad for Obama, though. Based? Can we just get ads like this? Yes.
me anymore. Please, please, kill my baby. Kill my baby.
You, kill that woman's baby.
Holy shit, he did the Elon salute.
Yes, yes.